A new cross-border bridge on the Russian border has officially opened to traffic, bringing Russia a ray of hope that has been expressed both internally and externally. Russia hopes that the bridge will lead to new developments for trade development as it tries to lift economic sanctions from the West on it. Judging from the current situation, the bridge carries the hopes of countless businessmen. But 30 years ago, Russia did not give the construction of this bridge much attention after the war. China proposed to build a cross-border bridge based on its cordial relations with the Soviet Union, because at the time, China's economy was very underdeveloped and trade was necessary to advance the economy. Russia had not yet been formally established. It was still the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union proposed to China to build a cross-border road, but for the Soviet Union, which had a strong economy, at that time their development direction was not in Asia, as they were separated by a river less than 750 meters apart. Due to the lack of cross-border highways, people from the two regions can only travel along a 600-kilometer road, which is not good for trade development. Construction of the bridge was sluggish because of the Soviet Union's internal political unrest, and it wasn't until the end of 2016 that the project plan was revised. The project between the two nations will cost $390 million, and work on the bridge has just started. A model of joint lending, joint construction, simultaneous implementation, unified operation, and fee repayment has been adopted by the two nations. Although it seems like a great idea, building it is extremely challenging. The weather issue in the border region between the two countries, where the temperature is minus 53 degrees Celsius in the winter, and the smog is huge and extremely cold, was the first obstacle to be overcome. It is a very difficult test for workers to work in extremely cold weather. Second, the extremely chilly conditions, minus 53 degrees Celsius, call for special preparations. Cold climates can easily damage concrete bridges built with materials that expand and contract thermally, shortening the service life of the bridge and causing early damage to the structure. As a result, when the bridge is proposed, it must guarantee the mechanical properties of the steel and have a lifespan of 100 years. A steel known as Q420F was created by engineers to withstand extremely low temperatures of minus 60 degrees Celsius. Every year, the river will experience flooding for 2 months during the construction period, and as the water level rises during this time, construction can only be suspended. Second, Russia has been delaying the bridge's construction for a variety of reasons, which resulted in a 20-kilometer bridge that took the two sides 6 years to complete. On June 10, 2022, the bridge will be formally opened. The bridge was initially not very crowded, but later, as the situation between Russia and Ukraine became tense and the relationship between Russia and the West became bad, this road became particularly important for Russian businessmen in the region after the opening. People from both sides of the strait. Do you use public Wi-Fi and worry about your online privacy? NordVPN has you covered. With NordVPN, your online activity is completely private and secure, even on public Wi-Fi. And right now, with our link in the description, you can get NordVPN for only $4.99 per month with a yearly plan, instead of $11.99. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN today. Develop the economy and trade between the two cities as they desired. The bridge is expected to accommodate 730 freight trucks, 164 buses, and 68 other vehicles per day. These two methods of transportation take a very long time, and they are also restricted by the type of goods and the volume of trade. Given the tense relations between Russia and Ukraine and the economic sanctions imposed by many countries, the construction of the China-Russia bridge has successfully removed these restrictions. Although the number of vehicles using the bridge has increased from 50 to almost 1,000 per day, its original operating hours have been extended from 16 to 24, and an electronic advance reservation service has even been launched. The bridge is still clogged with traffic. The border trade between the two countries increased by 50% after the bridge was finished. But this is just the beginning. Another bridge, a road rail bridge that also connects to northeast China, is being aggressively advanced by Russia. International analysts have harshly criticized China for the advancement of this plan. Some nations interpret the bridge as proof that China can assist Russia in overcoming economic sanctions. Despite some controversy surrounding the railway bridge, it was constructed as planned. The railway bridge cost $400 million to build and has a total length of 7193 meters. Despite the fact that planning for the bridge began in 2014, it has been delayed for a number of years for various reasons. As soon as the entire design phase is finished, in November 2022, the last rail bridge will be formally inaugurated. The railway can handle 21 million tons of cargo annually. The opening of this bridge is particularly significant for the whole of Russia, as it will set the tone for its new export route and eventually transform into a new production and logistics port. Through the railway bridge, Russia anticipates increasing its exports of iron ore, graphene, coal, mineral fertilizers, and timber to China. You are aware that there are 1.4 billion people in China, and their needs are unfathomable to us. Even though the railway bridge was put through a lot of testing during construction, it is likely to give Russian businessmen new hope. The winter when building the bridge is extremely cold due to the complex and variable climate in northeast China. When relying on a single waterway for transportation, these factors are taken into serious consideration. Geographically, it belongs to the continental monsoon climate, with distinct differences in the 4 seasons. But the severe cold in winter is very long, and the annual average temperature is only 2.9 degrees, making it difficult to construct a bridge over water. In the coldest January, the average temperature is minus 20.0 degrees, and the extreme minimum temperature is minus 40.8 degrees. Bridge construction is particularly challenging, so some climatic considerations were made while they were building the bridge, and they also implemented safety measures to ensure its construction. Innovative coating against corrosion in any case. Now that the bridge has started to serve as a freight corridor for Russia, they can reduce the cost of freight by sea, and shipping, in a rather complicated background, will be bringing new opportunities to more people. High-bulk construction, deep water, coffer dam dredging, and other technologies, and as progress on the bridge accelerates, it will finally open to traffic in 2022.